Hello, baseball fans. Hope everybody's doing awesome out there, staying safe, enjoying what's left of the summer. Yeah, a week or two, but that means postseason baseball's right around the corner, so something to get excited about. If you haven't hit like or subscribe, please do so. Still a new YouTuber, so really appreciate your support. And the best way you can help me out is by hitting that like and subscribe button. So, talking about postseason baseball, let's talk about the Toronto Blue Jays. It's going to be a quick vlog and not a great one if you're a Jays fan. The Toronto Blue Jays will not make the playoffs in 2023. Doesn't matter how hard they push, how aggressive. They say this 12-game stretch. Yeah, they won last night against Washington. They're currently 72-60, 30 games out, but also 2.5 games outside of the playoff spot right now. This is a spot where we expected, maybe Jays fans even demanded, the Jays be comfortably within a playoff spot. But no, we're looking on the outside. And we're way behind Tampa. Baltimore certainly isn't going to crash. So right now we're entangled. Not too worried about Boston. It all comes down to Houston, Texas, and Seattle. And if you look at Houston, Texas, and Seattle over the next 30 or 32 games, depending on the team's schedule, they all have easy schedules, as do the Blue Jays. And as the Jays announcers and most analysts said, over the next 15 games, the Blue Jays would actually have to go 12-3, even to be slightly within the playoff picture. So, can Toronto do it? The gap is just too big. 2.5 games, it means effectively the Jays, out of the next 30 games, could only afford to lose 8 to 9 games. That's right. They have to play plus 600 baseball, and the Jays have not done this collectively all season long. So there's no expectation that they're going to do it now. And even if Toronto continues to play exceptional baseball down this stretch, we also have to assume that Houston, Texas, and Seattle, all who made moves at the trade deadline and became better teams, are going to falter. And these guys are already within the playoff hunt. So they're hungry, just as aggressive as the Jays. And it's just going to be too much of an obstacle to overcome. And it's very disappointing. And there's going to be a lot of fingers that are going to be pointed. And the biggest one's going to be at John Schneider, the manager. And he absolutely has to go. I'm actually surprised that he didn't go earlier in the season. And this will lead to even bigger questions to Shapiro and Atkins of why they didn't relieve him of his duties. I suspect they did not because of Charlie Montoyo and relieving him so aggressively last season. I'm not sure who the answer is as a manager. I'm not sure who could get the Jays to get their RISP up, runners in scoring position. This has been Toronto's Achilles heel all season long. We're one of the top bottom 4 teams in all of baseball for RSP. Did you really think that out of Toronto's lineup? That it would be the lineup that was the problem? And one of the main contributors to the Jays not missing the playoffs? Has absolutely nothing to do with pitching. We have the best pitching in baseball, and we have a top 4 bullpen. I know they've blown some, but they haven't cost the Jays the games like the Jays offense have in letting us down with runners in scoring position. And even if the Jays had been able to capitalize on runners in scoring position 50% better, get them to say a team that's 10-15, that would be an extra 6 wins for the Toronto Blue Jays. An extra 6 wins would put us comfortably within the playoff bracket. Just not happening. So yeah, blow up my comments, but I'm calling it now. Unfortunately, the season is over for Toronto. We're going to have to do some vlogs and discuss how we're going to move forward, because Toronto, in my opinion, has 1, maybe 2 more competitive years, and then we got to tear this sucker down and rebuild. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Always appreciate to hear what you have to say. Stay safe, good vibes, and we'll talk soon. Take care.